Hello, everybody. Greg Milby, community storyteller for Kentucky's Heartland. And right there, the guy with the fancy big belt there, he is Cashflo with OVW Wrestling. First of all, Cashflo, thanks for hanging out with me today and talking a little bit about an event coming up tomorrow night in E-Town.
Absolutely, Greg, man. It's my pleasure. You know, the community where I'm at is the greatest, and there's nothing better than to get on here and talk about what I love doing.
So you are the champion. All right. How long have you been the champion?
I just won the championship last Tuesday, but I am a 3-time OVW heavyweight champion, 1-time OVW national heavyweight champion, 6-time OVW tag team champion, part of the longest reigning tag team champions in OVW. So, you know, as my name implies, I like gold.
I can see that. And so this is not the first time you've had one. So that's pretty comfortable sitting on your shoulder and around your waist.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I could have more, I would.
I bet you would. So Friday nights, outside, Sky's the Limit Trampoline Park right there on Ring Road next to E-Town Swim and Fitness. You guys are going to have a night of wrestling, just straight up great, family-friendly wrestling too. You guys, this is one of those family-friendly shows, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. OVW prides itself on being family-friendly. You know, there's a lot of wrestling places out there that tend to cater to the older. Not OVW. We're entire family. You know, bring the kids to have a good time. You can bring the grandmas and grandpas to have a good time. That's what OVW is about. It's about forgetting about what you have to go through every day, and you come out and you enjoy some good old-fashioned pro wrestling, family-friendly style.
Boy, I tell you, back in the day, Louisville Gardens, I'd go almost every Tuesday night to see Jerry the King Lawler, Bill Dundee, Tojo Yamamoto.
As would everybody in this area, Greg. As would everybody in this area, including myself.
So is that what got you interested in wrestling years ago?
Yeah, watching it. I mean, I'm just as big a fan now as I was, you know, back when I first started. You know, I started watching it. I grew up with grandparents. I started watching when I was 6, 7, 8. It was always on my TV. So, you know, I become a fan, and that's what I decided early on that I wanted to do with my life, and that's what I do.
So how many years you been doing this now?
You're asking, huh? I've been doing it since 1997, Greg.
See, I'm not judging you. I mean, I graduated high school in 1992. So I've been doing radio and video stuff as long as you've been wrestling. So we're both on the upper end of the age category.
Absolutely. But you know what? You know, my philosophy is you're only as old as you feel. And, you know, regardless of what my age is, my body says go, go, go. So guess what? Wrestling's got it. That's what I'm going to do. Until my body says, no, you can't do it anymore.
And you got that belt on your shoulder, so nobody can question you on that.
Absolutely.
So
I say, come take it.
If somebody has not been to OVW Wrestling, talk about the experience that they'll have when they come to the Sky's the Limit Park.
Well, there's two different things I'd like to talk about. Number one, for people that haven't been to OVW Wrestling, you are going to enjoy fast-paced, hard-hitting, good old-fashioned storytelling professional wrestling. Within the confines of that wrestling ring, the fans matter. So as much as we can get the fans involved, they will be involved. Good old-fashioned storytelling, professional wrestling at its best. For those that have previously, because we used to, run professional wrestling events in E-Town previously, you know, I say this to you. This is not the OVW that maybe you're used to. This is a new OVW. This isn't your mom's OVW. So if you haven't been to an OVW event in a while, come check it out. You won't be disappointed.
So a couple of years ago, I'm on the Hardin County Fair Board, and a couple of years ago, I was up at the County Fair Conference at the Galt House, and Matt Jones and his crew were set up doing a radio show there, and I watched them challenge one of their the folks on the show with them to take a chop from you, because you're famous for this chop. And I watched that happen. I literally thought I was going to see his soul come out of his body. And I hurt for 2 days just watching that. So how did you develop this signature chop that you have that's just, by the way, ear piercing?
the way you develop anything in professional wrestling, practice, practice, practice. Of course, over the years, I run short on volunteers to practice on, but that doesn't stop me. Okay. It's just one of those things that you pick up along the way. Guys come off the top rope, guys run around, guys flip, guys flop, guys punch, kick. It's just one of those things. The end result is to pin the other guy's shoulders on the mat. And if it happens to be a chop, guess what? I'm going to chop them till they can't stand anymore.
And that doesn't take long. That's for sure.
Generally, no, it doesn't generally.
So how did you get your start?
I found a wrestling school. I used to play around when I was a kid with, all the kids in the neighborhood, and there was a local show, where I was, and, I was asked to come with the guys that I would always mess around with. So I went and I watched it, and I found out they had a wrestling school. Well, 2 weeks later, I was signed up to wrestling school. I was fresh out of high school. It's all what I always wanted to do. So I gave my all to it, and I've been doing it ever since.
Good deal. It's great when somebody finds their passion and their dream job, and they get to live it. As you mentioned before, if you enjoy it and it's something you would do even if you weren't making money at it, that's a pretty good career to have.
It's not really a job, if you love to do it. And, I'm very fortunate and very blessed. My family has been alongside me the whole time, which is an even bigger blessing. And, I've been blessed.
Well, you got to have that for sure. So if you want to get tickets for Friday night, tomorrow night, ovwwrestling.com is the website. You can also go to Kentucky'sHeartland.com and click on the community calendar page. I've got a link to all that for you there.
It's ovwrestling.com, not OVW Wrestling.
Oh, so look at that little graphic typo guy. All right, so ovwrestling.com.
Absolutely.
Pay no attention to the graphics. I did a horrible job. ovwrestling.com. But you can go to Kentucky'sHeartland.com and find that as well. So bell time, do we say bell time?
Bell time is 6 o'clock.
Okay. I thought that's what we said. So bell time at 6 o'clock. It's going to be at Sky's the Limit, the trampoline park there. It's going to be outside. So it's going to be a great atmosphere there. If you need the address, it's 3024 Ring Road in E-Town, right next to E-Town Swim and Fitness. Cashflo, it was great to talk with you and learn a little bit more about you. And I may slide by there tomorrow and watch you chop people, as long as you promise not to chop me.
Well, come on, Greg. I can't make any promises as far as you go, but, I promise I won't chop any fans. As for my opponent tomorrow, come on out. It's a little bit before 4th of July, but there's going to be plenty of fireworks in E-Town tomorrow night.
There you go. He is Cashflo, the OVW champion. I'm just the measly little Greg Milby, community storyteller. And this is Kentucky's Heartland. Thanks for watching.